Nu jazz has taken over the internet for a while now, and recently it's been split up into a bunch of different subgenres, so no one really knows where it's at now, but people still gatekeep it for some reason. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to produce nu jazz in the style of Lunchbox and Prod.Amir. Before we get into it though, be sure to leave a like and a comment if you guys enjoy, and if you guys want this FLP as well as every single FLP from our past videos, be sure to check out the description on how to become a member, and you guys get a bunch of exclusive loops, all the beta versions for our kits, as well as discount codes and a bunch of more stuff. But without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, every single sound that you hear in this beat is from our new plugin B and nu jazz kit called Dreams. Jake went absolutely crazy with this kit, and it is perfect for these two genres. And as you can see, it's got a bunch of drum sounds in it. The 808s are stacked. That's probably my favorite part of the kit. You also got a bunch of loops and MIDI, as well as a huge variety of one-shots. Jake also threw in a couple of extras, so you've got a bunch of his demo kits in here. And if you have the updated version of FL Studio 21, you can use a couple of the skins that he threw in as well. And then he also has his Chrome master preset. But moving on, I just started with this piano sound and I laid down this chord progression. And the only plugins that I put on this sound was Drip from Kyle Beats. I just chose the Infinite preset. I just added on a normal EQ to take out some of the lows, and then I used the Mixer EQ just to bump up some of the highs. Moving on, I added a bass, and it is basically the piano sound that I used, but I just pitched it down an octave. After that, I layered on this pluck sound. After that, I added on these strings. After that, I tried to replicate a trumpet stab that I've heard in a bunch of nu jazz beats. So I just took this trumpet one shot and I laid down this. And that just hits on the end of each bar. After that, I added on a counter melody, and I did this with two leads. So I have one for the first bar and then one for the other bar. And after that, I added this bouncy lead, and this basically just interchanges between octaves. And that is everything for the loop. So moving on to the drums, as you can see, it's a lot, but that's just basically how nu jazz is. The drums are just like all over the place and there's so many sounds. But to start off, I'll show you guys the claps. And I feel like this is the easiest way to start off a nu jazz beat, is with the clap pattern. Because after this, you basically have the entire bounce. You just need to fill it up with perks, hats, and an 808. So next up, I added on hats. And as you can see, I added on a bunch of slides here at the bottom. This is something that's really slept on. I feel it adds a bunch of variety to your beat. Next up, I've got my snares. And then the last part of my top line is just a bunch of perks. I'll just go through them one by one and then play them all together because they kind of just all over the place. So I have this snap at the end of each bar. I've got the zap perk, this Mac perk, the 4 perk, and then lastly, I have a classic rim shot. And this is how all the perks sound together. And now moving on to the 808s. I feel like you shouldn't do too much with this because the perks and your top line and the drums in general are just like too much. But I started off with this top 808 and this is like the main 808, I guess. And then I have 2 extra 808s, one being the Stinker 3 Classic. And then I have the Henry 808, which I think is just like Eclipse A. And then lastly, I just added on a couple of risers as well as a kick drum. And that is everything for the beat. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want this FLP, be sure to check out the description on how to become a member. And be sure to check out the new kit called Dreams. Once again, every single sound that I used in this beat is from that kit. And you can also get the demo version of this kit if you become a member. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.